Hi there, it's Robert Bruce Anderson. It's me, I'm here again. And I love to do videos. In fact, I love to chat, so hang around. The good news for you is that I'm going to give you a lot of cool information in this strategy session here, this backlinking trick on a Google Plus Hangout. The bad news is it's not going to be a 1 minute long video. So if you're not too happy with that and you want to just get the booklet, which by the way is still, if you read that line, online members office, an old website of mine, so the book exists, but it's incorrectly linked. You have to email me and I will send you this little, but it's a very short PDF. I do plan, look at it, there we go. It just gives you the tricks. I do plan to produce a proper blog commenting course for you because it's one of the vital ways that you can get awareness to your website. Okay, let me explain what this is all about. If you want to get ranked for a keyword, if you want to just have a website that's looking pretty out there, and that's beautiful. Okay, I'm not picking on Mrs. Wild Olive. In fact, let me point to mine here. So if you want to have stuff, you want to be ranked. And in this case, I want to be ranked for a keyword that is, say, crafts that sell well online, or how do I sell more crafts online? Those are the kind of keywords that I want to rank for because I can show people how to sell more crafts online. Okay, in fact, offline too. So it's about keyword research, finding targeted buyers so you get the right people for your right products and everybody's happy. They find what they're looking for. You give them good service and a good product and your website's ranking on the right keywords. Now, the way you have to rank that is have the correct keyword research done in the first place. When they arrive at your site, you must give them an answer to what they've searched for. So here I teach them how to research crafts better so they sell more. I've got other courses that are on selling more crafts just alone. Sorry, poor English, my bad. At the same time, your website alone cannot just rank with correct content and good keywords. You need to get backlinks. So you need other websites or other web properties to have a link that links back with a URL properly linked to that page or to that site or to that image or whatever it is that you're linking to. So all of this video is about linking, and I hope that I've covered explaining it well enough. But ultimately, if you go to anything on here, let me see if I can find the link very quickly on here. Not as easy as I thought. Any one of these, let's just go to the homepage. We'll have a link. So, by the way, if I hover over those, the links. So this, you see, when it changes to a hand, so that image links. So does the title. Interesting. That's all. So if I want to click on this, I got to click on the image or the title, and that is a link. Of course, that's an internal link. It's linking to inside the page. But it doesn't matter. It's what it's all about. In fact, on the article, there'll be a link here where if you play the video, it'll play on YouTube. Okay, so that's linking, and you want links to come to your site. Now, here's the thing that's so important. You cannot, if you want to link a page, hang on a second, guys. Oh, you just have to put up with my emails arriving. I apologize for that. Looks like I'm only getting one right now. That's a relief. Google has got very, very strict, and for good reason, because you don't want the spammers to beat you out there with software. Your links have to be your main keyword for your entire website. Should only be something like 2% of your links for that keyword. But if you've got a page, let's say for Dawning's custom designs, if I wanted to link, that's the one that's got a site. I've linked out to her site. So if you came to me, and by the way, I'd do this, I'd put your stuff on my site, so you'd get to do a featured thing. This is about Dawnings. Sorry, we don't have fast internet speed, so nothing loads fast yet. It's not my website. Okay, so look here. This links to Dawning's Etsy shop, to her Twitter thing, to her Facebook page, her blog. So she's getting links from this page to her. Okay, now none of those, let me go and look. None of them are, they're all correct full URL links. They're not contextual links. A contextual link would be if let's say her product is recycled or handcrafted jewelry, then I could have done a link that linked handcrafted jewelry, and that's where you've got to be careful. That is a contextual link. It's for a very important keyword. But if she's got 80% of her links coming in as handcrafted jewelry, Google's going to ban you, or not ban you, just not rank you. And so that's not a good thing. So you've got to mix up your linking at quite an important ratio. If you need to really know this, I do have a little booklet. I can type it out for you and put it up. If I get too many inquiries from this video, that's great. I'm happy for that. I'll put it in onto my website as a download that everybody can get it. But it'll show the percentages that you've got to do. But it's roughly, and I'm guessing this, between 1 and 3 or 4% for your core keywords. And that's per site or per page. So if you want to do a core keyword to a page, let's say one of her pages is just repurposed handcrafted jewelry. Again, I would only suggest you do that, target a keyword if it's been searched for. So you've got to have done your keyword research first. Okay, but let's say it is repurposed handcrafted jewelry. It's working. Again, you're linking that one only to that page where it's talking about specifically repurposed handcrafted jewelry. From there, you can send them from that page out to other pages, items, images, buy now buttons, whatever you want on your site. That's all cool. But incoming, 2-3% main keyword, the bulk of your stuff needs to be, like maybe half needs to be your just pure URL. Other things can be click here, read more. It's a proportion of links that are important, but ultimately they must point to your website. Okay, hell, I've talked a long time just explaining keywords and linking. Let's go and tell you what this is all about. One of the easiest ways to get ordinary links that are quick and easy to your site, these are not the fancy contextual ones that are important. Those ones you've got to fashion in a different way, and that'll be for a different video. These are blog commenting. So what you do is you do what I did here. This is my Olive site. I went to read this lady's post. And I did. And once I'd finished, I posted a comment. Now, if I hover over here on my name, if you look down the bottom here in the left-hand corner, it gives you my work from home. There I've linked to Best Crafts Make Sell Home. So actually it was a good thing that I really was worried. This is a beautiful thing that you did. So other way, I got one, and I now should take this page, which I haven't done yet, by the way. So let me do this for you very quickly. And I go to copy it. I go to Pingler, and I ping it. I ping her page. So by allowing me to approve, by her approving one of my comments, that's lovely, thank you. And in doing so, that link is real, but I need to come here. So I go to here, and I call it crafts to sell online. It's not serious. That I put the link. Sorry guys, I've taken a bit of time. That's my link. I choose my category. I do this. Capture thingy, my favorite. I can really learn bad language and apply it. If you're doing lots of blog commenting on a ping like mad, you can do a package where they'll do a bunch of pings for you. I tend to only need to do 4 or 5 a day, so I'm fine with this. It works fine. And there are other places you can ping at. These are my favorite. Okay, so done. Wait, nearly done. Let's go the other side. It'll take 2 seconds, a minute or two. There we go. Ping process complete. So now all of these places, blog search, Google, beautiful, and others, weblogs, etc., blog people, they've gone to look at this page. They've indexed it. So I have helped Wild Olive a lot by indexing her page. So everything she said on here gets to be done well. But at the same time, Becky from Blogger and Ellie from Oregon Patchworks and Woolpickle, also a blogger profile, and myself, we all got a backlink. And now Google knows about that backlink, sees it, goes to my site. And when I've got 5 or 10 of those, it works. Now, to do those, if you look, I use the URL of my page. I almost always do. Okay, now let me run this thing in front of you. And this is the best way to find ones. If you just go and search willy-nilly, you're going to waste a lot of time. In truth, you need to do about 5 or 6 of these blog commenting posts a day. You need to post them onto a spreadsheet afterwards, as you know, to go back and ping it. Otherwise, it could have been quite a lot of work getting it found, commenting, reading the article, and getting your backlink. You've got it. If you don't get the backlink, it might never happen if you haven't pinged that page. Sometimes you get them anyway. You could just do it and leave it. Good luck. It's lazy and silly. Okay, so what you got to do is find things. So it's called a search string. So you put this kind of thing in. There's a whole lot here. Ask me to, and I'll send this to you. Let me run it off of here so we don't waste weeks. But I would go to crafts powered by PHB. It's a network of things or whatever it is. Forums, I think. Yes, forum. And I'll ask for crafts. So now I get Tiki. I get view, and with forums, by the way, you don't just comment. So take care if you're going to join forums. Great stuff. But they don't let you put a link in until you've done 10 comments. So sometimes forum linking is time consuming. The good news is that once you're in the forum, if it's busy and you're active, you can drive traffic from that to your site too for backlinking and things. Okay, so I'm going to close that. Here I looked at jewelry, leave a comment. So in theory, let me just open a few of these. And this is how you would do blog commenting, okay? You would dump your search string in, you would drive down to find a few. You would be doing, look, if you should have 5 approved, 5 pinged. In other words, approved and pinged a day. So you might need to do 10, or to get 10, you might need to do 15. Sorry about the speed of this. Before I show you that, let me run to here. You could have done hammock chairs, leave a comment. It's a different search string. And I would have had others. In fact, let me not close them just yet in case these ones I'm opening don't work. Here I did a search string for edu. So, and this is very powerful, by the way. Harder to get it approved, but that's what the search string does for you. Right, Hope Art. Oh, by the way, because I'm in South Africa, it gives me very often here, COSA, South African related sites, which is a little bit dangerous for me because I now get all involved because it's personal and it's real and it's close. And so I start thinking, oh, cool. And when I look again, I've used up a lot of time. So I've got to find out here. I click on the leave a comment and I can comment on the slide. It looks like she's an artist. Well, that's not helping a lot, is it? So I need to do, I'm busy building one like this for one of my clients. I should come back and look. Okay, here's the thing, very important. If you're not winning easily, don't hang around. One woman, I understand that fully. So the trick is to see Dorian Ali, fine jewelry launches in the UK with Zaha Hadid. And you have to read this. So you can't, please, people, don't spam it. May West comments. And this is obviously the designers and probably the store that they're launching in. So they're cousins. I suspect it's these two, perhaps, and I doubt that. So you read this through. I'm not going to do it because you can't afford to wait 2 minutes while I do a proper comment. But I have a good look at this until I find something that I feel is a worthwhile comment to make. I like that kind of art. A cuff thing. So once it's done, You come down here, you fill in your name, email. Oh, by the way, you've got to, I should have done this, my bad, straight away. Come down, look if you can put your website in. Otherwise, don't read it. Okay, so you put your name, email, and leave a civilized comment. 3 or 4 lines that count. Post, comment, copy the URL, put it onto a page that you come back after 3 or 4 days and double check. You close it and you move on. And you come to the next one, world's most expensive jewelry. Okay, so it's a post. It's something that goes right over my head. Why anybody other than I suspect the investment would put $12 million into a bracelet? Well, excuse that it's not opening here. That's fine. I'd do the thing. I'd come right down. I'd look for the leader, leave a comment section. And I'll do that as fast as I can. Really? Maybe it opened, but I doubt it. I'm not sure if it's my internet speed. So you'd do the same though. You'd come along, you'd read the story. Here's 1, 2 chocolate jewelry boxes. Crafting people, very amusing. I love it. Here we go, website. So it's perfect. So I'd go back, I'd read about it. I suspect I could do cupcakes in here and all sorts of things. And that would perhaps be my comment. Now, did you see that? I had an idea. I'm a crafter. I can't help it. And all I have to do is state, I love your idea. Absolutely brilliant. So creative. Thank you. Now, have you ever done cupcakes in there? I don't know if these will last very long in the oven, of course. But you could do jelly molds and all sorts of things. So you tell them that. It takes you a minute or two. I always like to have notified of new posts by new email. And even new posts, it can't hurt. You post your comment, you copy the URL, and you move on. And a few days later, you come back and you do the same. You come along and, okay, for some reason, okay, it's another one of hers. Interesting. You see, that's a link off of this site about this product for too much loveliness. So they've featured Swazi jewelry, Swazi, whatever it is. And good for them. So go and see them. You might find they'll feature you too. In fact, I'm going to keep it open and go there myself because, sorry, I do this too. If she's got an email list, I can promote my products. Now, Hammock Chairs, leave a comment. I don't have to do this because of those worked. Edu training, you'll find it a bit harder. Let's just have a look and you'll see very often it's not so easy to find the leave a comment thing. But if you can leave comments on the edus, you're better off than leaving them on ordinary blogs. Finally, and sorry that this has taken so long, one thing that I am a member of is Blog Lovin'. Okay, I don't have a lot of blogs of their followers. I think I've got 1 or 3 or 5 or something silly, but I don't care about that. I'm not here to hold hands with bloggers. I'm here to get backlinks. By the way, if I ever do want to do, and I am busy planning to do a course that I need lots of partners, then I come back and I pick the big blogging people. But basically, I would open my blog bugging, my bad, this is Blog Loving. I would come and open a whole bunch of these. Okay, it might have been where I found the other lady that I featured earlier. Whatever I've done with her wild olive, very hard chance. And so with that, I would come along. Oh, I think that was the one we did for the edu info@arch.edu blog. You see, so but it's a .edu and that's all good. So immediately don't waste time with this. And look, there's comments left, but you need to see if you can leave a website. This is excellent. So you now have to make sure you don't spam and you read about health bath aromatic bath salts for holiday gifts. So Lauren Shapiro, good for her. She's got a very powerful backlink from this page. I bet you this goes to one of her products on her site. A video, well done. And that's it. So you would then do this, and you would, by the way, one of the coolest ways of getting a blog comment is to reply to somebody. So you read, it must be one that's irrelevant. So I'm always looking for aromatherapy. I was going to say aromatic. Recipe ideas for Christmas, etc. Okay, so now I'd like Kirsten's comment. It's cool. So I click this and I reply to Kirsten's comment. It doesn't seem to want to be clickable. Oh, it is. So now it shows that I'm interacting and there's a better chance of getting my comment approved. And that's all we're here for. Okay, so let's close all of that. Let's see what I wanted to keep that open, and I want to close that. Let's see what we opened here. So this is from our blog 11. Same story again. You read the article, you go wait for it to open properly, and you make sure it's correct. You go to the bottom, you look for website, it's great, and now you do your interaction properly. Okay, so just to recap, let me get this out of the way and talk that you have to hear me. You can't see things and think about ideas. The concept is to use your URL and to get 3 to 5 backlinks a day to specific pages. By the way, sorry, I do have to go back there. If you look at that comment I did and I closed it, I could have left this page. I could be backlinking to this page, not to the main URL. And I advise you to do that. Mix up your pages, mix up your posts. Maybe perhaps the very one you've done most recently on your blog. Let's go and see which my last one is. Finding article writers for your website. Okay, so that would be my last one. Please don't ask me to write, by the way. I love writing. You can hear I love talking. Somehow it's just so tedious, which is why I did this. Find other people to write for you. Okay, so what you do here is you send this URL. So I open this page and I do finding article writing websites, and I go and link, to this page. So today I'll do 5 or 10, sorry about my hiccups, people, 5 or 10 blog comment linking from that page, and I send it to pick X number of I'll do 10 of them will be fine. 15 if I want to have to really do a good day's job, but 10 is fine. I'll get 5 or 6 approved, I presume. I always go back and check. If you commenting correctly and you're not spamming, you're not just saying dumb stuff like, oh, beautiful article, thank you, I'm so glad you thought of this, I love your site, because that's what the spammers use. You need to prove that you read and state something that came up in the article and comment about that in the post. Okay. So mix up those linking and links and coming into your site, and that way after a period of time, by the way, if you do this 5 or 10 a day, preferably 10 of them, and you got 5 or 6 approved every day, I can tell you now that there's a very high chance that within 30 days, your site will be ranking for fairly powerful keywords, because Google comes along and reads about finding article writers for your website and reads all about that, the spiders. So those spiders come in and have a good look around. When they do that, they find out, oh, I hope I've done it. Yes, thank you, Rob. Site map. And the spiders visit it. They'll find out that you've done this on that, and it's about craft markets, flea markets. They go to these pages. And the more you send them to, the more Google knows and understands what your site features and sends you those people. Remember, Google's job is to send the right people to the best websites that can answer that search query. You want it to be you. So if it's perfect gift for granny and you're ranking number 1, you're going to get those 2,000 people a month that are looking for gifts for granny, and you're going to sell to 300 of them. Isn't that really cool? That's what it's all about. It's about targeting keywords, using backlinking to find it and to get ranked by Google, so Google knows what you're doing and why you're doing it. Google's not stupid. They're very, very clever at knowing what you're up to. It's good and it's bad, of course, but I like the good side of it. And that's it. So now you're using blog commenting. So the 2 ways where you find one like Blog Loving, they send me an email every day that says, go check this out. You pop across there, you get into a routine of reading your emails first in the mornings, and while you're drinking your coffee, you go and you post 10 of these blog comments. And as I said, after 3 weeks, 3 months, it depends on your niche and your keyword, you are going to start to rank for those keywords, and your website is going to be busy and your business is going to be busy, all because you've introduced a cup of coffee trick. And you can do it at 11 at night. You can do it for those insomniacs at 3 in the morning. Just do it. Okay. So that was it. That was all about blog commenting and why you need to do it. Oh, sorry. There is something I do want to add. It's one of my services. I've talked to you for over half an hour and I haven't mentioned it once. It is one of the services that I offer as a crafting related. I don't want to blog comment for other. I only want to comment for this niche, for crafting. So you've got to be a crafter of some sort, a handmade item or an artist, and I will promote you that way. It's just easier. Try and do it yourself. Seriously, it's just time. It's easy. Rather than paying me a fortune, so expensive at this. No, I'm just kidding. We've got the time, and it's something that I'm good at. I actually love to comment and chat. I'm a nosy parker and a busybody, and I can't help myself. So yeah, if by the way, limited amount of clients. I really can't take on 500. So if you're wanting to inquire about my fees for blog commenting, email me. Track it down. I'm not even going to tell you what it is. You've got to really want to use me because you found out that it's not half as much fun as I made it sound. And yeah, we can talk about prices. We can get onto a Skype call and discuss that. I'm happy just to have pointed that out to you. And of course, those of you that have hung in there right to the end of this, well done. You're the only ones that have been told about this. I'll probably try and remember to mention it on my post on my site when I'll finally publish it up there. That's it. Thank you for your time. Please understand the importance of the whole series of things. In other words, research your product. Know that you've got ones that will sell. I'd love to tell you I've got a course for that. Then do keyword research. I've got free courses for that, and you could contact me to do it for you. Again, it's on my website. My website, by the way, you would have found it, but it's thiswitfromhomemembership.com, and it's all about crafting for crafters. So research your product, research your keywords, then create content that is so targeted towards resolving those issues that people are searching for, to marry a searching person up to your product that you researched. Got it? Okay, now to make those pages rank on Google, you need to do extra tricks, and that's social media stuff. Every time you publish, in fact, look at mine. Every time I publish a page, I pop down here and I tweet it and I send it on to Google. Tumblr, I built this in. It's just beautiful and quick. Again, I'm male, I'm lazy. I'm lazy for this stuff. I love to do my own stuff over and over and over again. I can adjust an image for 3 hours, but linking, boring stuff. So that's probably going to send me 20 visitors from Twitter right now. I like that. Okay, whether they're targeted or not so important. I wanted the link. You see, I wanted Google to say, hey, there's activity on your site. Let's go see. Then they get you and they read about, well, article writers, good for you guys, not so good for my site. But it's cool. And that way you start to get rank, and you start to rank for 30 and 50. And eventually, if you've done your job right, after 6 months, you're ranking for 2 or 3 or 4,000 keywords. And people are coming in at the rate of 500 or 1,000 a day to your website. You can never complain about that. And all because you learned a few techniques like backlinking. And this blog commenting method is one of them. Vital, vital part of it. There's lots of others you can still learn from me. I'll do them sooner or later. Press releases and things. Getting high page rank backlinks. You need all of those combined. But that's it. Thank you for your time. I hope I've helped you a lot with this. I really do. It's my sole purpose in life is to give you cool tips and things that work. Take care. Enjoy your day. Cheers.